It was a regular Thursday night. My wife, Hira, told me she was going out with her friends for dinner and might come home late. I didn't think much of it. We'd been married for 5 years and I trusted her. But when the clock hit midnight and there was still no sign of her, I started to worrying. I called her phone several times, but it went straight to voicemail. I even texted her, asking if she was okay, but there was no reply. I paced around the living room, checking the clock every 5 minutes. It wasn't like her to just disappear like this. By 2 a.m., I was full of anxiety. I called a couple of her friends to check if they were with her, but they all said she had left the restaurant around 10 p.m. alone. That only made things worse. I even called local hospitals just in case something had happened. Nothing. I didn't sleep at all that night. My mind was racing with horrible thoughts. Maybe she got into an accident, or was mugged, or worse. Every little sound outside made me jump, hoping it was her coming through the door. But she never did. At around 8 a.m. the next morning, my phone buzzed. It was a message from her. All it said was, "I'm sorry. I'll explain later. Please don't look for me." That was it. No location, no reason, nothing. Just those vague, confusing words. I stared at the message for several minutes, my heart sinking. What did she mean by "don't look for me"? Was she in danger? Or was she running away from something or someone? I replied instantly, asking if she was okay, but received no response. I waited the entire day for another message, another sign, anything. But my phone stayed silent. I didn't know what to do. Should I report her missing? Should I wait longer? I kept rereading that single text until I memorized every word. That evening, I drove to her parents' house, hoping maybe she had gone there. They hadn't seen or heard from her either. Her mother was just as worried as I was. Her father, on the other hand, seemed quiet and distant, almost like he knew something he wasn't saying. The next day, I went through our shared bank account. That's when I noticed she had withdrawn a large amount of cash the day she disappeared. It wasn't like her to carry that much money. Something felt off. I checked her closet. Several clothes and a suitcase were missing. My heart felt heavy. The signs were starting to point toward something I didn't want to admit. She had left me on purpose. But why? We hadn't fought, and our relationship had seemed stable. At least, that's what I believed. That evening, I received another message. This one was longer. It read, "I know this is sudden. I didn't want to hurt you, but I needed to leave. I've been living a lie. I'm sorry for not being honest. I just needed to be free." I was devastated. What lie? What had she been hiding all this time? I tried calling again, but her phone was now turned off. Her social media accounts had been deactivated too. It was like she had vanished from the face of the earth. Days turned into weeks. People began to ask about her, and I had no answers. I felt humiliated, abandoned, confused. I kept blaming myself. Was I too focused on work? Did I miss signs that she was unhappy? Or was she just pretending all along? A month later, I received a letter in the mail. No return address. It was from her. She explained that she had been unhappy for years, but didn't have the courage to leave. That she had fallen out of love, and instead of confronting me, she chose to run. She wrote that she was somewhere safe, starting a new life, and asked me not to search for her, that I deserved someone who truly loved me, and that she never meant to cause me pain. But it did hurt, deeply. Even after everything, part of me still missed her. I didn't know how to explain the situation to people, without sounding like I was at fault. Some friends thought she had been cheating. Others thought she had a mental breakdown. I didn't know what to believe. Months passed. I began therapy to deal with the abandonment and loss. It helped. Slowly, I stopped waiting for a reply. I stopped checking my phone every hour. The pain was still there, but it wasn't as sharp as before. Now, a year later, I still don't know exactly where she is or what she's doing. Sometimes, I dream about her. Other times, I wonder if she ever thinks about me. But I've stopped asking why she left. Some questions just don't have answers. Looking back, I realize how little we sometimes know about the people we live with. I thought we were happy, but happiness can be a mask. Her silence hurt more than the truth ever could. But I've learned to live with it. I've started rebuilding my life, piece by piece. It's not easy, but I'm getting there. I've stopped waiting for closure. Sometimes, the only closure you get is accepting that you'll never get one, and that's okay.